All right. So today's team call is going to be all about my success groups funnels. Okay, so I have basically created, and I'll work on a Google Doc for you guys, but I know everyone likes to kind of make their own notes on all of this stuff. So I just made notes yesterday while I got to be a hallway monitor yesterday for the STAR test. And that's really why I went to school, was so that I could sit in a hallway for 5 hours and tell kids when they can and can't go to the bathroom. It was really fun. Although I was also in charge of the snack table. Guess who didn't eat any snacks? Because she brought her beach bar and she didn't want it and she had a lot of water. I was so proud of myself, y'all. Okay, I did have like 4 mints, but that's totally allowed. Anyways, thank you to Be Mindset. Anyhow, so while I was staring into the abyss, and by the abyss I mean the hallway full of administrators that were about to shit their pants, I wrote down my funnel because it's been really working for me. So I'll kind of like break it up into steps, and then I have some notes. Yeah. Okay, so I wrote up at the very top, work smarter, but also work hard. If it feels fun, then it will be. Okay, so create a system that makes it easy. Act as though you already have 50 challengers a month. Act as though you already have 50 challengers a month. So when you have 50 challengers a month, you will not be able to individually send them emails and links and check on them, and you will have to have a system that works for you. So now that you are, or we want to set up those systems now so that very soon when you have 50 challengers a month, your system is already figured out and you can practice your system on your current challengers. Act as if. That's one of the really, really big things. Act as if. So does that, I lost my train of thought. I want you to act as if you are already at that state of having lots and lots of challengers. So don't blow this call off saying like, no, what I'm doing is working for me. Well, it's probably working for you because you have 3 or 5 challengers a month, which is great. We want to have challengers every month. And I promise that the people that are meant to connect with you are on their way to you. You want to be ready for them, okay? So the very first step is they have to complete the link on ShareCart. When I always tell them, when I send them the link, I say, let me know when you finish your link, send me your order number so that I can get your welcome gift in the mail. It's a really great way to close a sale. It's like, nobody's ever gonna say like, oh, I'm not gonna fill it out because I don't want my gift. You know, like, they're always, that may be the thing that tips them into actually filling it out and completing it. So you send them the link and, hey, let me know when you finish that so that I can get your welcome gift in the mail ASAP. And I always ask them to send me their order number. I don't need the order number, it's just proof. So step 2, when they give you that, you're going to respond and you're going to tell them, congratulations. You're going to ask them how they feel and what they're most excited about. And you're going to honor them and point out to them the amazing choice that they have just made. You have to celebrate them. Don't skip over this step. Oh, they filled out the link. Great. Now is when I get to work. No, now is where you show so much, or you point out to them how amazing they are for taking the first step towards doing something amazing for themselves. You have to celebrate the shit out of them. You have to do it in front of them, and you have to do it behind the scenes. You have to be so grateful and thankful for them. Gratitude is the highest form of abundance. So if you are so grateful for that customer and for the journey that they are starting, you will receive more challengers, more clients that are going to embody that same energy. So step number 3, I email them through Beachbody, and that outline is on the Google Drive. I've been cleaning out the Google Drive like crazy, so if you want me to resend you that, I'm happy to do that. I've just been editing out a bunch of stuff that I don't need and kind of revamping some things, but basically that email is going to contain it'll contain an instructional video on like how to function in a challenge group. And I have that video on my YouTube page. I don't think it's private, so you can go and look at it. But I think it's called, it might be like, I'll have to look it up. Someone remind me to post it in the group. But it has a link to the video that I created that tells them basically like what to expect from the challenge group now that they're in it, how to use their containers, etc., etc. I will probably revamp this now with To Be Mindset, but it's a really, really good start. I've never had someone watch it and then come back to me with questions. I've definitely had people, messaging me on Facebook like, hey, I don't understand this. Hey, I don't understand that. Well, did you watch the video that I sent you? No? Okay, go watch the video and then let me know if you have questions. That video basically explains challenge groups. It also reiterates your congratulations, your excitement for them, and all of those things. I also include a link to a Google form, and it's a survey, and I just ask them questions that I want to know about them, like what their goals are, if they've ever worked out before, do they meal prep, those kinds of things. What does a normal day look like for them? So those are the things that I include in that email that I send through my Beachbody coach office. Okay, the Google form, number 1, and number 2, the challenge group video. And I am still working on revamping all of that, but I promise I will have one for you ASAP. All right, so that was number 3. So number 1 is they complete the link. Number 2 is they've now sent you their order number and you're congratulating them. Number 3 is you email them through Beachbody. Step 4, once you have almost everybody, so it's getting close to the start of your challenge group, or I'm calling them success groups now. And then people are like, what the heck is that? And I'm like, oh, let me tell you. So once you have almost everybody, you'll probably have a few stragglers and you'll have to go back and repeat this process, but I like to wait as long as possible to do this. Email them through the Challenge Tracker app. So you can go online to My Challenge Tracker, and send out an email. It'll actually just formulate the email for you, but you do have to add almost everybody in there individually unless you've had them in a group before. But that's how I do that, is send them that. I don't personalize it. I did the personalization with the Beachbody, like the email that I sent through Beachbody about congratulating them and, with the Google form and stuff. So I just use what my challenge tracker gives me and I send it to them. And then it's really cool. You can actually check and see who is registered for the app and all of that. It's very, very, very user-friendly, super easy. All right, so step 5, this is prep week. I'm talking you through the challenge group. But real quick, I have a little note in here that says, personally, I track steps 1 through 4 on Trello. So Trello is a tracker that you can use. So their link completion, their confirmation basically that they've completed it by that second point of contact, the email got sent, and then I also track, so it's like, let me see if I can point it out to you how you know what? I actually have it on my Trello. So I will show that to you because it's been really helpful. I don't actually track invites anymore. I only track interest. So if somebody says that they are interested in my group, then they get added. They do not get added to my Trello board if I'm like, I'm going to invite that person. That's just way, 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 way too much work for me. So let me share my screen with you real quick. This was my first attempt at doing this. So I have my April clients listed. So I had everyone that had verbally committed or that had actually filled out the survey or the link, I'm sorry. Then I tracked that I sent the survey and that they filled it out. Once they filled it out, then I could move them to this next one where they get sent their challenge tracker invitation. So I don't move them to the next box until they've completed what I've already sent them. I hope that makes sense. That was like kind of groundbreaking for me this past month, and that made having 18 active challengers really, really easy. So step 5 is prep week. And here are some things that I like to do during prep week. These are just like little tips and tricks that really, really helped me get my challengers ready for that week or for those upcoming weeks. I ask them if they have any friends that want to join because, hey-o, free leads, right? Okay, so I always invite them to invite their friends, their parents, their brothers, sisters, spouses, whatever. If it's a spouse, they don't buy a challenge pack. But if it's not a spouse, then I either offer to let them sign up as a coach and their friend can sign up with them, or I just have them send them directly to me. A lot of people aren't comfortable signing up as a coach just to get their friends in. Okay, so then I also have them take their measurements. I post a photo on how to do that. And I always offer to let them send them to me via email so that I can track them for them if they want. No one ever does, by the way. Program commitment, I always post something like, hey, what program is everybody committing to? I post the how-to video again, the one that I sent them in the email, just in case, because they probably didn't watch it the first time. I also just like put a ton of energy into the group. The more energy you give, the more energy you will get back, as long as that energy is coming from a place of excitement and true like desire for them and yourself to have the best 3 weeks possible. And then something new that I did is I had everybody write commitment letters. I don't know if everybody did, to be honest, but I know the people that did got a lot from it. Basically, it's basically like writing out your goals, but it's kind of like a letter to yourself, so it's a lot more personal. So those are all the things I do during prep week. It's a lot to squeeze in, but honestly, you can get it done just checking in once a day. Number 6, I do a kickoff Zoom. It's really, really, really fun. I hype it the entire prep week. And we just get on and we chat and we get to know each other, because you're going to spend a lot of time with those people virtually. And so I want to make sure that they're seeing each other's faces if they want to, and that sort of thing. And I have them, if they're comfortable, read their commitment letters out loud during the kickoff Zoom. Not everyone wants to, but I actually had a girl that couldn't be on the Zoom, but was like, I had the shittiest day. I wrote my commitment letter, and she videoed it and put it in the group. It was awesome. So then during the 3 weeks, here are the things. I'm just going to give you bullet points on this because I feel like I'm talking too much. So during the challenge group, because I do a prep week, I only do a 3-week challenge group. I won't do 5 weeks total. That's way too long. Then I can't run them every month either. So weekly meal plans. There's a million menus in the Google Drive. You do not have to create your own if you do not want to. Daily check-ins, mini challenges, nightly reminders. This has been one of my favorite things, is I'll just pick an emoji and say like 10 people have logged. I just put like the cheese emoji 10 times, and I'll put 10 people have logged, and then I'll check back in like an hour later and like 3 more people have logged their stuff. It's like so easy. I do it every single night. And I like to showcase other products throughout those 3 weeks. Like, oh my God, look, my unicorn juice is helping me have a kick-ass workout. Or 2B mindset stuff. I've been dropping kind of nuggets in there about that. I've got like 3 challengers in my current group that are going to sign up with 2B mindset. So that's a really, really good way to get them on other products like Beach Bars, like Energize, like Recover, like 2B mindset. Those are all your challenge groupers, they already love Beachbody products. So this is a really good way to introduce new products to them. All right, so a couple of notes. After the official week 1, so you have your prep week and then you have week 1, you individually invite to the coaching opportunity anybody that kind of lights my fire. So I will send messages. You can do it through the Challenge Tracker app. You can do it through text, doesn't matter. However you feel best about it. And throughout the group, I use testimonies to shout out and showcase my clients' victories and the things that they have to say about you, the group, products, their experience. Instagram stories is the perfect place to throw up a screenshot. So like I will often screenshot something from my challenge group and shout them out on my Instagram stories. It's so fun. It is social proof. Social proof shows that what you are doing is working for other people, so it will work for the person that is watching. Okay, I just got my 10-minute warning, so I'm gonna have to move fast. All right. After your group is over, this is what I am about to implement with my current challengers. I'm really excited. So there's 2 options. Option 1, if your client base is still small, this is probably going to be the better option for you. So when you begin recruiting for your next group, invite them to fill out a survey. You know, what they want to improve on. It can be whatever you want, but the point is to get them to invest their time and their energy back into what they are doing and into you, quite honestly. If they fill out the survey, great, they're in. If they don't, no big deal. Maybe they need a break, totally allowed. So that's if your client base is small. I would just, if they fill out the survey, funnel them back into the next group. If they don't fill out the survey, no big deal. They'll come to you when they're ready for more. Option 2, when your client base is larger, once they go through the 3-week group, place them in your alumni group on Facebook. So the goal is to have a kind of an ongoing group for any client that's been through a boot camp. I call it my alumni group. And you can drop your survey in there each month. Anyone that fills it out can be in your active group, because that alumni group is just like people that already know what they're doing. They're not new to this. They've got a routine. And then if they want to be in that more active group, or they need like a tune-up, they just fill out the survey and then they can be put in the My Challenge Tracker app. So this is the newer thing that I'm trying this month with my challenge group. Now it's up to you whether you want to admit non-Shakeology drinkers into your group. I do not. Or if they aren't drinking Shakeology, they have to be using Energize. So anyhow, that is all that I have on challenge groups, but I can tell you again and again and again how to do it, what funnel to use, when to move people where, but I can't emphasize enough that if you aren't inviting every single day, this will be a constant frustration for you. And I remember when I first started my business, I was like, oh my God, how does everybody have so many clients? Like, you can build a client base very, very, very quickly. You just have to invite. You have got to invite, and you have got to you have got to live in the space of the version of you that already has 300 clients or 50 new clients a month. You've got to live in that space, and that is why you have to have an action plan, and you have to know the next best step. If you don't, you got to figure it out. All right, cool. I will unmute you and take any questions. I need to share my, I need to create that Google Doc. I've been working on so many new things, you guys. Create that Google Doc of the email that I sent through Beachbody. And then, what else? The Google Doc will have a link to the YouTube video. Anything else?
There was something, hold on.
I was like a lot of information.
Yeah, sorry, I wrote a lot, so I've got 3 pages.
Okay.
Hold on, I think it's back a page. Okay. Can you said earlier that you would do an audit of our Facebook and our IG,
I'm happy
and I know
to.
my IG is not really there, but if you'll look at mine, I would like to. But that's not what I was going to ask you. It was an actual question.
Your
And
Facebook or your Instagram?
You can do both, but Instagram I haven't done anything on in like a week. I don't know.
Okay.
So
just your Facebook.
But yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
That's what it was. What are you giving as your welcome gift? Are you doing like a book every month or?
I've been doing a personal development book because it's like a quarter of their commission that I get. I actually, for my To Be Mindset people, I'm doing what Andrea suggested, and I ordered like a bunch of those like stretchy bracelets, and I'm gonna send each challenger 4 of them so that they can move them up and down their water bottle based on how many water bottles they've gone through.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, anything small. You can even like send, and I always just go to Amazon Prime and send it straight to them. They don't have to pay for shipping. So like you could send them a headband, or you could send them a journal. You could send them anything. You don't have to spend more than like $3.
Okay.
Anything else? Right. That's a good question.
Can you do an audit for me on Instagram?
Yeah. Instagram?
Yep.
You got it.
And then, are you putting all this information in Google Drive?
I can, yes. It's all written in my journal. I'm such a like kinesthetic person.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, I can put it in a Google Drive.
Okay. That would be helpful.
Yeah. I can definitely do that. I'm currently working on creating a new video for like my challenge group information video, not like the welcome to my challenge group, but like, hey, do you know if you want to be in a challenge group or not? So that's been kind of my big project lately. Anything else? Cool. We'll talk Summit soon, I promise. Don't stress.
Okay.
All right. Woo! I need a nap.
No bedtime.